We're the Love Doctors and I talk about love, relationships, and everything in between. I'm your resident single lady advisor, Pain, serious single lady and a 12 balance. And this is the Love Doctor. Chuck, take it away.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Love and Pain Show. And where we discuss real topics every week. We try to come up with different things and I normally, observe stuff and I want to go through my weekly rant that I normally do. Okay. All right. And the first thing that I noticed, and just talking to some of my younger family members and everything, is that a lot of people have problems controlling their urges. Okay. And your urges, it does not take a lot of strength or whatever to act on your urges. And with the thing about urges, how they're so dangerous, you would do things without reason. How can a man, and this is how I used to be too, how can a man jeopardize his whole lifestyle for temporary pleasure and to do things that just are not reasonable? If you do the math beforehand, you would notice that by cheating or doing whatever you're doing, like just acting on your urges, it will destroy your life if you act on them. You have to have some type of discipline about your life. And the thing about urges is there's always a voice and there's a counter voice in your head that's weighing the options like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have any discipline, the one that wants you to act on it is always going to win. Mm-hmm. So listen, make sure you take control and you think things out before you act on your urges. Because if you do not, take it from me, I destroyed many relationships and things because I didn't have any discipline, especially as a young man. It will destroy your life. So, just take that in consideration. So watch out for your urges. Just like, just be careful.
Absolutely. I agree. I think the most powerful individual is one who can restrain those emotions, be mindful of the emotion that you display. I was talking to a young lady and we were at work and she had she was sad because something didn't come through and just kind of perturbed about it. And she wanted to go tell all these people off, and I was like, hey, you can't do that here. I know how you feel. That was shitty what they did, but you got to talk to them without any emotion, because once you start injecting emotion into things, people are less likely to respect the opinion that you have. So
that's right.
You got to be mindful of that. So thank you, Chuck. Appreciate that. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Thank you so much. All of you guys on YouTube, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell so that every time that we go live, you are notified. Also, please don't forget to share us on your social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, we want it. Thanks. Mm-hmm. So, Chuck, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Oh my God, what a long couple days, boy. Woo!
You've been out here grinding.
Yeah, I was trying to grind. Just got back. I've been gone for a couple days, and it's just been a journey. But I'm back, and I feel a lot better and revitalized. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I'm back. I was in Cali for a couple days, and unexpectedly, I wasn't supposed to be there that long. So it was like, I had to, So.
It wasn't for a good reason. Like I would want to stay there.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you planning on going to Cali, you can have a vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was right by Disney. I could have went to Disneyland or something. I was, but man, it wasn't. I wasn't out there for. It wasn't for a
pleasure.
Exactly. So but it was cool. I mean, it was nice weather. It was good being in there. And like I told y'all last week, I was in a like an earthquake, and went off and everything. And yeah, and it was just something, just being a part of that. Because it's funny because we had one earthquake that I remember in Ohio, like back when it was back in like the 80s. Hey, what's up, Slim Goody? By the way, thanks for tuning in. But we had an earthquake back in the 1980s in Ohio, in Columbus. And I remember when they had the earthquake, I was in Orlando with my mom, like we went to Disney World. So it was, what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, dang, it was an earthquake. I always wanted to be a part of it or whatever. But it took me until, 40-some years later before I finally felt one. So, you know, that was different.
Yeah. All right. I bet you that is something that I've never wanted to experience. So I like that you have fulfilled your
that was a bucket list thing.
Yeah,
like I said, I was just sitting there, and like I said, I was just sitting there waiting, and that's why I probably wouldn't even like. Look, I was just sitting there waiting, and then all of a sudden I felt something like, I was like, man, what is this? I was like, oh no, this is an earthquake. It just kept shaking because it felt like I was on the bridge or something, and the cars had it, you know, I'd be shaking. That's how I felt. And I was like, oh man, I was like, hold on. So I started recording. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was an earthquake. It was like 4.7. It wasn't like a big earthquake, but I felt the rumbling. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy. That would freak me out. Like, I love California. I think that's it'll take just one time for me. Like, we gotta go. We're not gonna do this. I don't know that I can do that. So that's cool.
No, it just felt like a massage. You
did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the thing to be. Felt like a massage. It's all right.
Well, that's good. This weekend I had like 3 events, and I've been having like this sinus thing going on. It's like something is going around, at least here in the city of Columbus, and people are just hacking and just snotting, and it is just, my sinus has been killing me. So I've been working all weekend, not being in people's face, but just moving a lot of physical stuff, equipment. And I just feel like, ooh, I could take a nap for 7, you know? So I did that. And I ended up, what else did I do? I don't think I did much. I think I just I laid around. I went to the gym. You know, that's usually a part of my day. But I didn't do anything too fun this weekend. That just worked, man. That just worked. What about what's going on in the news? I know you got something.
Okay, yeah, we got a couple things that's going on in the news that we can all check out. Hold on, let me see here. What's up, String? What's happening, bro? Appreciate you tuning in, Kev. All right, let's go. What we got on news media? Let's see here. Screen. Okay, we're gonna do this one first. All right. Okay. Now this guy, this is Kel Mitchell.
Yeah.
Okay. Now he this is ex-wife Tyisha Hampton. Okay. Now Kel Mitchell claims, and I guess it's the truth, that during his marriage with Tyisha Hampton, he got cheated on multiple times, and she got pregnant by multiple men during their marriage. Okay. He said he chose to stay to make it work for the 2 kids during that time. And, you know, I guess at the end, he finally, you know, didn't have, you know, I guess he couldn't take it no more, whatever the case may be. Man. Now, like I said, I mean, he's the catch. Like, I mean, he's an A-list actor. And you need me to tell me she's gonna be cheating on him? I mean,
my God.
I mean, God, and not only cheated, she was reckless, got pregnant. So she was cheating with him with no protection.
I mean,
you gotta, I'm just saying, for one, it's already bad if you're married and you're cheating. Now let's just multiply this. You landed a guy, you know, that's an A-list actor, and
no, I wouldn't go with that part.
You're straight reckless. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why a lot of these guys go with white women, even though they do the same thing. But the protection is, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like, my God. I mean, listen, man. This is the thing. If you guys are married, okay, and you know you're not feeling it no more, I mean, you just got to divorce him, man. You already got the lottery ticket. You got the 2 kids, so just leave. Like, come on, man. What's going on, man? I don't get it, man.
I agree.
And he's a straight up sucker for taking her after. And she got pregnant too, bro. I mean, you know, his character on Good Burger, you know what I'm saying? He a little weirdo and stuff. So, you know what I mean? You know, maybe he ain't acting. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Are you
He just
serious?
seemed like a nice guy. Kel just seemed like a really nice guy who really wanted to. She's like a Dusty, because you
Man,
can tell by her behavior that she's exhibiting. So
right.
he wanted to be loved, and he wants to make it work, and she just wants to participate in a lot of Dusty activity. And I feel bad for him because it is like it sucks where to see good men get uh, put down in such a manner. Like I just hate to see that person with anybody. So she sucks, man. I'm sorry,
Right.
Kel.
Yeah, that was whack. Mike Booker said, just cut her a little check and peace. That's right.
Yeah, kick it to
Bro,
the
you
curb.
don't even deserve no check. Like I said, there's things like in your marriage and stuff like that. There used to be moral clauses. If somebody was a cheater, then you could get the kids and everything. Like because they was reckless out here in these streets and they didn't fulfill their obligations as your spouse. So, for her to be out here reckless and then you reward her with a check, that's totally, come on, man. She don't deserve no check. She was never married. That's you was out here, you was still single. You know what I'm saying? Not only single, you out here, even I know single women that's at least using protection. You're married and you going raw. But like I said, this is this Hollywood stuff, and they always be out here doing all these orgy parties and whatnot and swiping wives. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, maybe he closeted gay. I don't know. But why would you take somebody back that has out here embarrassed you, just flat out embarrassed you like this? This is unbelievable, man. Straight up.
My other question is like, but why is he saying anything about it? Nobody knew this about Kel. Nobody was asking for this. This dude put himself on Front Street. You couldn't pay to get this out of me.
Oh, you saying he should have just took his L and kept it moving?
I want to share people that somebody got my wife pregnant multiple occasions, and I took her back each time, and we stayed together for 24 years. Like that. That's a lot. That's a lot to really share. That's a lot. But I'm glad, because somebody can relate. Somebody can relate. Somebody. Maybe
Okay.
I would have just been like, she cheated on me. I wouldn't give details. I would have like, my wife cheated on me. You ain't gotta know all that. I was still busting in her after other guys was busting in her. But that's just me. Everybody's different. Don't believe me. Keep going.
Right. Okay. Okay. So on this next one, hold on, let's go. Let me remove this. Let's see. Bear with me, y'all. Hold on, I'm about to bring it up right now. All right, on the next one we got. Okay, we got Blair Underwood. Now, Blair Underwood divorced his wife of 27 years. And he said he divorced her to marry his best friend. Okay. Now, as you see, his best friend, this is his best friend right here that he married. I think they just celebrated a 1-year anniversary, but she ain't no dime piece. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's an older lady and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys with Blair Underwood status might go with the young little hotties or whatever. But his ex-wife, I mean, she was cute. She was a lot cute, stereotypically cute or whatever. But she just, she wasn't it. So, this was his best friend, and that's why I tell y'all, listen, ladies and guys, watch these friends that's around your relationship. Because like I said, a lot of times these friends have a lot of influence on what's going on. These are the people that when you're in a relationship, they go and run and they cry on their shoulder. They know all the little ins and outs of everything. And quite frankly, I mean, they probably was more compatible anyway, because he might have wanted to just have a stereotypical cute wife, you know what I'm saying, and maybe with less substance, because maybe they had a higher level. If she stuck it out with him for 27 years on the side, and then they ended up marrying later, then I mean, come on, they was super tight. This didn't just pop up, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he did. He married his best friend. Be careful for them friends on the side.
I mean, that's a lot to assume from this. We've created a whole entire narrative. That could have been it. That could have been it. Or, they could have just been friends, and over time, him and the wife broke down. Like you said, it was substance that she didn't have, and he eventually maybe started seeing the best friend like that. I don't know. I don't think it's always nefarious, especially when like he could have just if the cheating was the thing, he could have just kept sleeping with the best friend the whole time while being married to the main wife. What's the point in him divorcing the wife? And traditionally, men will just stay in a situation that benefits them like that until the lady leaves.
Yeah.
I just and you know what? Outside of that part he played on, what's that? Where he was the abusive dude.
Yeah.
What was that? Why did I get married? Or no, not Why Did I Get
Was
Married?
it Diary of a Mad Black Woman? No, one of them Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah, it was how he like beat that girl. That's the only time I've never liked Blair Underwood. Blair Underwood is just a likable individual to me. Like, I don't remember hearing him being in any crazy shit, but I'm also pretty younger than him, so I don't know. But I love me some Blair Underwood. Like he's an awesome black man. I really and let me preface this because somebody's gonna go out there and find out that he sexually harassed somebody 10 years ago. I don't know anything outside of him acting in movies, okay? So
but for what you see, right. I mean, he does play a lot of classic roles. The first time I remember Blair, he was in Crush Groove. That's the most memorable movie that when I first got myself introduced to him. And when he played Russell Simmons, and he played that role really good. He was a likable guy in that movie. So yeah,
I never saw it.
You never seen Crush Groove?
Chuck, I'm 39. No,
I'm about to take your hood card right away. Are you kidding me? Oh, you better go and watch Crush Groove. Stop playing. That's because that was when hip hop was like just starting to turn mainstream, and that was the first there was a whole line of things, but just straight up about hip hop. Like Beat Street and Breaking was more about dancing, but this was more about like the actual artist. You know what I'm saying? And it came on the scene, and it was a classic. I'm telling you, that's a classic. And my mom, back then, like my mom is young, you know what I'm saying? She like Curtis Blow, you know what I'm saying? She was always like, woo, he fine. You know what I'm saying? So my mom was actually into hip hop, when it first came out, you know what I mean? Because we're not that much difference in age. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Crush Groove is a classic though. It got LL, Fat Boys, New Edition when they was popping. It's a great movie, straight up. And it's a great movie. Check it out.
I'm gonna watch that too.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm watching it. So is that what you got for the lovely news today?
Yeah, that's what I got for the news. You got anything to add, or we good?
Yes. So one thing is Tito Jackson passed away last night.
Right.
Oh my gosh! Right. So rest in peace to Tito. I just want to throw that out there. We've also had James Earl Jones that passed away last week. We talked about that a little bit. Right. And just like people have just been passing away left and right. It's crazy. Yeah. But the other thing I wanted to point out is so we talked about how Shannon Sharpe released that video accidentally, right? Okay. Right. So he released some merchandise, like some T-shirts that reference some of the words, the phrases he was saying in the video. One of them being Michelle or something about my Michelle or something like that, or that's it, Michelle.
Right.
So there was a whole uproar, and then he took them down. So is it staged or not?
Yes, it was staged. And again, I want to reiterate what I said last week when it first came out. The sex tape was rated G. Okay, I just want to say that. It was whack. He was making love to her like he was talking to like what is this, bro? You gonna put this out? But anyway, yes, and it's just so ironic. As soon as this tape dropped, he got erectional dysfunction out. He got ED commercials and everything out. You know what I'm saying? And before he even addressed it, he went through this whole thing where he was like he was spilling all these commercials and everything on his nightcap show and everything. So I mean, he's like this is the thing. He's mainstream now. Like after he hit that Cat Williams interview, there's almost nothing like that. That was like the #1 all-time thing on the internet. So now it's like he's got into this commercial vibe where he's trying to go viral now again. and he's doing little gimmicks and stuff like that. Like, dude, if you let's just say he really did accidentally go live. Okay. Now, what did you throw it? Did you throw the phone on the bed like in the middle of the act, or somebody you going to throw the phone down in the beginning where you start kissing and all that? You know what I'm saying? Before you got into it, he was already deep into it when it came on. So come on, nobody's stupid, bro. You did that on purpose, dog.
Oh, Michelle, I can see him doing that. Yeah,
right. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like I said, and again, it was rated G. Okay,
oh gosh. All right. So speaking of rated G and things that get posted on social media, let's jump into today's topic.
All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get to today's topic. Okay. All right. Today's topic is: should you post your relationship on social media? Okay. Now, places like social media, which we're on now, is a place where it's a gathering. It's the modern day where the modern day generation kind of lets you in on their life, and they share what they want to share. On social media, and this has a wide range of ages. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you still got people, young, like in single digits, like 8, 9 years old. They got Facebook pages, all the way up until people that it's unlimited to the 80, 90 years old. They have Facebook page. Now, with the world being so into your business, you got to be really careful about some of the things that you share on social media. Like I said, I personally use social media and Facebook and things like that as a diary. I kind of jot down the things that I do as far as like if I travel somewhere, if I'm doing certain things, because to me, life is all about the memories and the experiences that you have. So now I can go back since I've already like shared it, and I can be like, oh yeah, I was doing this at this time. Because sometimes I'm telling you, you've done so many things in your lifetime that you'll forget stuff. So you post things on, for me, I post things on social media just so I can just remember all the great times that I've had or bad. I've been through ups and downs or whatever. But like, again, I've only posted 2 relationships that I've had actually on social media. The first one I did actually when I first got my Facebook page. I think I didn't get my Facebook page until I think after my divorce, maybe 2009 or something like that. And then I did post my ex-wife and my stepchildren that I had previously, because that was a part of my life. What I'm saying? Because I hate when people actually, they be in relationships and then they go through and then they scrub a page of all the dude that they were what I'm saying? People be doing that. They just scrub it like it never happened. You know what I mean? So
hate it.
I was like, what happened to that dude? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you ever see people, they post their husbands and their wives like all the time. This is babe, this is babe, this is babe. And then like all of a sudden you don't see nothing. And you like, hey, what happened to Keisha? She used to post her man all the time. And then you scroll through her shit like for 6 months and see she ain't post nothing.
Right.
And then she started posting stuff like, I've always been me. It's always been me by myself. And I wish a man would respect and love me and cherish me for who I am. And you're like, oh, this bitch is going through divorce.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, for me, like I said, look, and a lot of people I post all my travels and stuff like that. So people always be like, yeah, even when I was in different relationships or so-called relationships, we might have been like, we wasn't official, but we was kicking it. They'd be like, well, how come you look like you a single man on Facebook? And this and that. I mean, we ain't married, so I'm gonna post you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, before you post your relationship on Facebook, make sure that you are strong and and you can be transparent like that. Now with me, listen, like I told you, I'm at the stage in my life to where I don't have anything to hide. I've done things that, that I wasn't, proud of in my life. And, and I've done other things too, but I've always been transparent. And all the people that know me on Facebook know that I'm being my authentic self. This is just me. Like, I don't have nothing to hide. So when I got with my current wife, we, we went through. Well, I waited until I was engaged first of all to actually post her on there. That was my first post that I posted of my current wife when we were engaged, because I knew that this was going to be my girl and all this. And then, and then one thing I prepared for was, my past was going to come back on me. People hit me. Oh, you engaged now? Oh, for real? Like that? Well, how come I wasn't good enough? This and that, it just was bad timing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously. So as a person that was out here, in different types of situations, posting on Facebook is actually, for me, it was freedom for me. I exercised all the ghouls out of my closet. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, it was freedom for me, because now I don't gotta keep you on the hook so I can have sex with you when I want. You know that I'm with somebody now. And like I said, you can hit my girl up. She know everything about me. So you ain't gonna break nobody up. Like I said, you might have cheated with me with your dude, but I ain't gonna cheat with you with my girl. Sorry.
Oh man. Oh. Joyous Thinker said it depends on how strong your relationship is and if your partner is okay with it.
See, right. That was right. Yep. See, that was right on point. Right. What I just said. Good job.
Oh man, that was a line. That was a line. That was a bar. Some people would say. Go ahead. Well, you agree?
No, go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. So when I had relationships, I did not post them a lot on social media. One, because one was like more of a situationship than a relationship. So I just knew I was fucking delusional. So I wasn't going to post much about that online anyway.
Right.
So I was okay. I didn't want to post it on there. But my other relationship, I did post it online. And oh my gosh, this is so horrible. This was back when only a certain amount of people could be on Facebook. I think you had to go to college at this time. And I posted them, but again, I didn't post a lot of pictures. It's kind of like, this isn't going to last that long, but let me just post a little something because I got it. So no, I don't really care about posting on social media, but it also could be because I haven't liked anyone enough where I would want them to be on my social media, because I don't want to have to go back and erase pictures. And have to sit up. What's horrible is when you're sitting there and you're having like an amazing day, and then Facebook hits you with this happened 5 years ago, and it's like you and that ex that you hate. Like, Facebook, how could you? I thought we was friends. But I have heard, it's so weird to me how people treat social media like a real place. Like it has such a real weight on your relationship. If you don't,
it does. We're in the virtual world now. So
that's kind of weird. For instance, you like somebody's picture and that's equivalent, or you like a couple of their pictures and that's equivalent to like cheating?
Oh no.
That's crazy.
No, that's too far. Yeah, that's too far.
Or like somebody, or like let's say you haven't been on your Facebook page in 3 years. Someone says social media is a real place, Love Muffin. It is not a real place at all. The things people be doing, it is not a real place.
I mean, hey. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
It is not a real. You ever remember what Dave Chappelle did that episode about what the internet is like on the Chappelle show?
I don't think I caught that one.
You gotta watch it. Because if it was a real place, then the internet is a disgusting place. It was a real place. It's just so many people. But anywho, or another thing, people think like, okay, if you haven't used your social media for like 3 years, because some people aren't on social media like that. They just get on and they just look to keep in touch with people, but they're not really active. So then they get into a relationship and this person never changes their page because they just don't follow it. but your significant other catches an attitude because you haven't changed your relationship status and you're not really on the shit like that is, I just feel like people put a lot of stock in social media. That's why I don't think I would post my relationship on social media.
I mean, but see, this is the thing. You can't not say it's not a real place because a lot of people, this is the social media and like it's dating sites and things like that. I mean, these are the number one places where people meet now. Like people are socially awkward now. So this is a place where things can crack. Like this is a place where, you know, you may not see them now, but you will see them. This is the hookup. Like back in the day when I used to go out of town, right? I used to have to go out and stuff to actually meet females and stuff when I was out of town. Nowadays it's easy. Like I can just get on social media, you know, about a month before I'm about to go somewhere and parlay. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, get a rapport with them so they're comfortable and be like, you know, what's going on? You know, so by the time I land, I got like 4 or 5 of them waiting just in case a couple of them drop off. Then I could choose the best one. You see what I'm saying? So social media is a serious tool. It's powerful that can be used to start certain things. Now, you can't just like, I can't kiss you over the internet or anything like that, but I can set up the kiss. Or I can do other things. People will be cheating. People be in people's DMs. You got to be really careful on how you use social media. Like anything, it could be used for good or for bad. So you know, social media is a real thing. Well, let me put it this way: it's a real thing. It's not real, but it sets up real things. Let me just say that. You know, and if somebody takes it serious, I've heard like people be like, well, if the relationship ain't on Facebook, then it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Because you haven't publicly acknowledged your person in front of everyone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it ain't a real place, but it's virtual. And you know, people, I mean, just look how many times you check your phone every day on social media. Like people be on their Facebook page all day. So that's where they're getting their information from. So yeah, you gotta be hey, it's something that it's a tool. Let me just say that. Okay, hold on. She says that, well, just because folks be faking don't make it an unreal place. It just makes the folks using it fake like people. So, you know, it's just like I said, with anything, it can be used for good or for bad. Maybe you don't take it serious, but by all the followers that they have and the stuff they crack, even during the pandemic, they were setting up gang shootings and all that on Facebook. Like gang violence at the highest ever because they was at home. They had nothing to do, so they was on social media talking stuff to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
they use Facebook as a tool. So I can't agree with you there. You do. Facebook is used as a tool, but when I say that it's not real, it's like Hollywood. Do we not say all the time that Hollywood is not real? Do we not tell people do not base your life and your expectations off of what you see in Hollywood because it's not real? That's the same exact thing with Facebook and social media. It's smoke and mirrors. How many times has some of your big name internet social media people have been shown that they are not nearly who they say they were? Derek Jackson. Some of you could be like, oh, we saw that from a mile away. But he was still able to influence a lot of people to hate the type of nigga that he actually is. That's that. Or you have the husband and wife couples where they're so happy, they're so perfect, life is going great, and then boom, he offs her. You know, but the whole time he was beating her the whole entire time. You have people who go online and they specifically start trouble and problems online that they would never do out in the real world because it gives you a way to hide behind fake photos and fake entities or fake, you know, avatars. There it is, and say whatever you feel is great with saying, but you would never say it to somebody's face. Right. So to me, that's where I feel like it's a fake avenue. And for you to base your relationship off of Facebook gets people, like you said, in trouble because it is a tool. It's a tool to cause chaos and harm, and it also can be a tool used for good. But I just feel like it allows people to be fake online. There are real people out there, but a lot of the real people are actually out in the world experiencing and living it, and they're not living their lives on social media.
Mhm.
So that's why when I look at it in a relationship, it just doesn't hold as much weight for me online as it does when I see people in actual life.
Right. Right. Well, I see what you're saying. Now, again, people are very fake and stuff on Facebook and social media. I get that, but it is, even though it's not real, but is the perception of it being real that's why it's so influential on everybody. Like, have you noticed like the way television and social media has gone? Like now everybody wants to be perfect. Everybody getting BBLs. They want to show the pictures with and things like that. That's because of the influence of social media, man. Like, and people are they lying about their lifestyles and all that kind of stuff, and people are out doing anything they can to get that lifestyle that they perceive to be by that other people are living. So and that's the thing. I mean, it's just like when you go, just like when you go to a new place or whatever, you can be who you want to be online. You know what I'm saying? You can, I can say I'm a doctor, a real, physician or whatever the case may be. I can be whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just, I mean, and people use it, I'm telling you, people use it for good and bad. So I'm just,
So would you have an issue with your wife not putting you on social media, but she's putting pictures up of other things every now and then? Would you feel like?
Well, let me put it this way. I think in the beginning, before you establish your security with someone, you might feel like a certain way about it. That's why it was important for me to post our relationship publicly. Just so that she knows that, hey, listen, you are the person, you are the number one female in my life, and and I don't care who knows. So when you're insecure, I think things like that, like post or somebody likes the post and stuff like that, I think that's going to be more of an influence on it. Now, if some dude was like, some stripper, had made a post and then she was like, yummy or something like that. I would have to be like, whoa, what do you mean yummy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so to a certain degree, as long as you're respectful, you know what I'm saying, then nothing that that she posts, bothers me, because she don't really. I mean, she posts some stuff of us or whatever, but she don't post a lot of stuff of it. I mean, but like I said, it doesn't matter. We have something that's real. We don't have to live it out actually on social media. Like I said, yeah, I've already. Everybody know I'm married, so there ain't no surprises. I ain't hiding some stuff or whatever the case may be, and that's why I say some people don't post things on social media because they are hiding stuff. Because man, like I said, man, you know how many times, man, I didn't seen women post, they with their bae and all that stuff, and I just hit that like a few days before then, and now you posting you and your dude on there. So it's like, that's so disrespectful. Not to me, because I don't care, but to your man, for you to be out here in these streets and then you posting yourself on social media. And that's why I never did that either, because I knew I wasn't right. Like, I was out here doing whatever. So like I said, this is the first relationship I've ever been faithful in. You know what I'm saying? So why would I then post her on here if I know I'm out here sleeping with all these different females? You know what I'm saying? That's just to me, that's real disrespectful. I wouldn't even do that.
No, I agree. There's guys they're on social media and they're there with their wives and their kids and everything, and they were just in your inbox, oh, you was the one, and oh, I wish I was here with you. And it's like, you are with your wife. Like, you just posted it. You over here on live. Y'all slick. Wow. All right. It's the internet. I don't think I would ever want to put my relationship really on the internet. Do you feel that it could cause havoc in your relationship, or does it not matter as long as you guys are strong in each other's love for one another?
Oh, like I said, listen, if your relationship ain't strong, or if you got skeletons in your closet, remember, everybody out here that's your friend on Facebook don't want you to win. You know what I'm saying? There are haters out here, and there's a lot of unhappy people that are not in happy relationships. So when you post things on social media saying that you're happy, there's a lot of envy and stuff that comes on, and jealousy. So you got to be prepared for that, because people, I'm trying to tell everybody, there's a lot of unhappy people out here. You know what I'm saying? There's people that ran by like their relationships to me, and like I'm just like, damn, you in a relationship? Like, I mean, there's no happiness to it. You know what I'm saying? Their life is just not. They're just, you know what I'm saying? They're just existing. They're just living bill to bill, whatever. They're not really living, man. They're just existing. And to see you thriving, that brings about a lot of hate. And I've had that, you know, I said, you know, couple of my baby's mamas, and I'm telling you, like, you gotta be careful out here, man, because if it ain't strong, then this could break up your relationship. Somebody get in your inbox, you know, talking stuff. Like I said, I had a relationship like that. I was with somebody, but it wasn't social media. It was actually like somebody, they was like hacked into my phone and called an ex, and they was just, you know, they were stalking her social media page, but I wasn't on it. But they were just saying, yeah, you know, they was like trying to tell like all the stuff that I told them. Like I thought that she was my friend, so I was telling them like, yeah, I met this girl, but you know, she cool and stuff. But and then she went and told her like, yeah, he told me about this and that. I was like, oh,
that's crazy.
Really?
Also, reason 9,000 why I wouldn't want to be on the internet, because that wouldn't happen in real life. That not on the amount of times that it happens online versus real life, very small. So that's less of these problems that can permeate your relationship. It just seems like bad news bears to be online, especially in a situation where all of this is unnecessary. I guess that's the word I want to say. It's unnecessary drama into your life. Like her calling, reaching out to old girl and saying, you know, this, that, and the other thing. It would never happen in real life. And because it would never happen in real life, that's one less piece of drama you have to encounter. But because you're on social media, you're susceptible to much more drama than you would, because people have easier access to you. And they're bolder when they can pretend to be someone else online.
Right, that's true. That's why I say, I mean, this all comes into play how relationships lasted a lot longer back in the day than they do now, because of the access that you have. Like I said, like I just mentioned before about her finding somebody that I was dealing with, and then, you know, and trying to, you know, expose me or whatever the case may be. Back in the day, I mean, listen, you know, they didn't have no social media. They didn't even have cell phones, so it was easy to cheat. I remember I was with my dad.
You're not making a good argument here.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, for real. Like, listen, I was with my dad, and you know, he was a big time cheater, and that's where I got my, you know, he wasn't never faithful or nothing like that. I mean, all of his women knew that, but we used to leave the crib, and we might be gone the whole weekend. He might be over his little girl's crib or whatever the case may be, a side girl's crib, and I'll be playing with their sons and stuff. And during the whole weekend, since nobody could call him, he could make up an excuse by the time he got back to why he wasn't home. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now, if you got a cell phone or social media and things like that, you got to make it up on the fly. Like if you out here driving, they could call you at any time or whatever. You can see somebody's location. You know what I'm saying? So it's much harder to get a lot of this stuff off that they got off back then, because of social media and things like that. And even like the females that he dealt with in the past, if it would have been social media back then, oh no, it would have been over for him. You know what I'm saying? It would have, a lot of these relationships would not have lasted. You know what I'm saying? With people knowing all your history and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my advice, like I said, make sure, I'm telling you, before you throw your stuff on there, that you completely solid with whoever you're in a relationship with. Straight up, I'm telling you, because if you had any type of other people out here that you was dealing with, they could find you. They could find your girl if you post her like that. If y'all public with it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
She put she's put that's where discernment comes into play. Right, exactly. So you know, you have good judgment and things like that, and man, and just make sure you're true to yourself before you do it.
I'd rather meet someone who's like, I don't even know what social media is. I'm like, perfect. Oh, wow, what a blessing. I'm supposed to marry you. This is the sign that I was looking for. I've seen just just to see how people act on social media. You've seen so many like just unnecessary things unfurl when people are online, you know. I which sucks. One chick found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her. So it was all over the timeline. And she was just upset, cussing him out, just he every bitch underneath the butt. And then come to find out, it wasn't even him. It was just a guy who looked like him. Like how I mean, you can't even as the chick, I gonna have to go ahead and just unfriend him because we can't be together because I have fucked this up royally. I'll never be able to live it down. But a perfectly good relationship was ruined because people are so messy. And like you said, they're haters. They can't see you be happy. And that was always the weirdest thing for me, that people are so unhappy with their lives or so upset with how their life has turned out that they want to make sure other people's lives are just as shitty. Joy said, your age, love bug, that won't happen. But I am married to a man that is like that, and it is wonderful. Oh, dang, sneak dissing. That's crazy.
Who she sneak dissing?
I mean, your age, love bug, that won't happen. I am offended, Joy. I thought we was buddies.
Oh, she sneak dissing you?
Oh, that's what I read it at. I hope not. Okay. But I am happy for that. To find a man like that, that is very, very good. So I am happy for you.
Yeah, we applaud your happiness, for real.
Yeah, that is very good. But the social media, it's a crazy, crazy place. And then just what people share and everything. I actually tailored my what is it called? Your feed, tailor your feed, because I kept seeing like a ton of negative stuff. Like a lot of that who 50-50 thing, like that 50-50 and provider and all that other stuff, and men ain't this, and women ain't this. Like I do not like seeing that on my timeline. So I ended up just actually filtering out all that other stuff, so it's just nothing but like just positive stuff that's coming through. So I applaud anyone who puts a lot of their relationship out there on Facebook, because a lot of people who let's see, meaning you are just too young to have a man that doesn't have social media. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm an older woman that yeah.
She wasn't sneak dissing, see?
Yeah, I apologize. But see, this is why people don't get mad at things like this, right? Stay off of social media. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, you haven't had you've had situations where your social media blew up your spot. Would you prefer it if your wife did not have social media? Would that make things a little bit easier for you?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, people will have this. This is the thing with anything. It's on how you manage it. Like, she's a very, great, woman, you know what I'm saying? And people from her past have tried to reach out to her and things like that. It's on how you manage it. Now, like I said, when they start doing that, then that, I didn't even have to tell her. She just blocked everybody. And she ain't, it ain't even no thing. So if you just resist, whatever it's somebody trying to like be in your ear and all that, and just handle it the right way, then it won't be a problem. But if you can't, if you still got some feelings for somebody in the past, or they could still have a little bit of influence on you, or whatever the case may be, then yeah, you need to keep your stuff off of social media until you get strong enough that you can start rejecting people's advances at you. Because like I said, yeah, exes will definitely try to destroy what you got going on, because a lot of people, they don't care. They don't want you to be happy. Like you mean to tell me you're going to do better without me? Oh no. And people will set you up for the long con. You know what I'm saying? It'll just start off with, hey, how you been? You know what I'm saying? And then when you respond to it, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll start going to the left very slowly. You know what I'm saying? The next thing might be like, well, are you happily married? And you know what I'm saying? And things like that. Now, if you bite on that and say, well, it's so, we going through some things, this and that, you didn't open yourself up to some weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? and people are gonna try to pounce on that. So you got to be careful, man, for real. Because people, like I said, they'll come like they're your friend, and then they'll start turning you to the left. Then pretty soon you sending, saying booty pics and all that. Trust me.
Don't get manipulated, ladies. Don't even fall for it. I've seen that too. The guy will text you out the blue like, "Oh, how you and your man doing?" Like, one, why you give a fuck about him? You don't know him. Why are you even asking about him? If they ask about you and your man, they are trying to get in between you guys, so you can't fall for it. All right, that's how I said. Oh, if it was me, I'd treat you like this, that, and the other thing. Would you understand me? Yes, he does, because he's trying to get them draws. Like, oh my. Do you think if your wife was like a high profile social media influencer, could you be able to handle that lifestyle, because they would have to put you online all the time, checking temperature?
Yeah, that's a thing. That is a perfect phrase for that. That's exactly what you're doing. Checking the temperature of the relationship. Like, how's everything going? You know what I'm saying? Straight up. People, I'm telling you, and listen, people could do this for years and wait you out. I'm telling you, I done did this for a long time. And you just waiting just until, you know what I'm saying, like things ain't right, and then you right back in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to be careful, just like how we say with friends. That could have even happened what we said about the Blair Underwood earlier. That maybe his best friend might have just been staying
checking the temperature all these years.
Yep.
She got us.
Yep, and that's it. So hey, it's you gotta be really careful on how you deal with that stuff. No.
I used to do that with my hubby. Now, in my last marriage, I would call him on his birthday each year. Dang!
I thought you was a good girl. Really? No, you didn't
expect that.
Cold.
She said she gonna get her man. Okay, Miss Joy.
Okay, Joy, you got game. I see. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. You got your man, huh? Okay.
I'm just calling to check on you. Did she get you anything good this year?
I am a girl. Oh God. Hey,
I am a good girl.
You're a good girl now, but not when you were checking temperature.
I don't even have nobody whose temperature would check, man. I'm sitting here like, maybe I could, I need to learn from Miss Joy, but
yeah, she got game.
She got game. I don't want that. So
got plenty of it. Okay.
I love it. Only hear you guys. But so on social media all the time, could you do it? Like, could you be in that type of limelight with that social media?
With somebody, what you talking about?
Who's high profile. There we go.
Again, I mean, you just gotta be prepared for it, because, like I said, people get online and they get tough. They start saying crazy stuff that they would never say in your face. So it's just social media is just going to add extra stress to whatever you got going on. Like I said, it could be a useful tool, but again, if people got that negative energy, they could introduce you to a lot of negativity into your life. And okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
When I first when I did my first movie out of film school, right? I posted online. That's how I kind of promoted it, through Facebook and through social media and everything and all that, right? And and I wasn't used to the ridicule, because people don't normally say it in your face, but on there, people was like, and I did it. It was like a hood movie or whatever the case may be. It was about a young man that died and that I knew. But anyway, no. It was the second movie, it was Detroit Boys. But anyway, so somebody commented on there that, how many people did you snitch on for this movie? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Who, me? Who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the first time somebody came at me like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it was, but like I said, once you're in the public, you have to be able to deal with ridicule. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be careful, on what's happening. What Madison said, Chuck, chill on what? What I do? But yeah, so you just have to be able to deal with ridicule and with people's opinions. So once you're out in the public, and that's why they have, like, there's a law, like I said, I do filming and stuff like that, that you're like when you're using a camera, you have to get permission to shoot unless you're outside, right? So that means that when you're outside, you're in the public. So now you can be filmed outside because you're putting yourself out there. It's just like with Facebook and things like that. You put yourself on the line. You might put some pictures like, yeah, this is my new ride, whatever. And somebody might, man, that car is whack. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or, man, your girl ugly. Hey, I'm telling you, man, people will do that because they are unhappy.
They do.
So you got to be extra careful, man, when you put yourself out there like that, because it is a cold world and it's an unforgiving world, and there are a lot of people out here to get you. And like I said, some people, I noticed too that they put on Facebook for their haters, like they'll act like that they really in love and whatnot, and it ain't even all that. They be like, here go me and Bay, you know what I'm saying? Probably that little look I'll be doing and all that kind of stuff, and it's not. I mean, y'all really ain't nothing. Y'all ain't really got nothing established, but you're just trying to make other people jealous to try to say that you on another level that you're really not. You know what I'm saying? I don't even say, nah, I didn't finish typing. Okay. I'm not going to tell anyone to chill about nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's all good. That's my dog Madison, though, man. I know him since middle school. That's my dude right there, for real. But yeah. So I mean, did you ever? So how long do you think it should take for you to post your significant other on Facebook if you choose to do so? Like, should you wait until when y'all start officially had sex the first time, or should it be when you have official title? What do you think about that?
It just goes to my whole. I don't even think I should put my relationship on social media.
Never.
So Madison, Madison, never. Like I am not. I probably wouldn't put him up on my social media until like I was engaged or married, and then I have to do that. I just don't believe in. I wouldn't want to subject my significant other to other people who are just snarky on the internet if I did not have to. I don't want to subject our relation to it, a ship to it. I'd rather not even be friends with him on social media. I just prefer to keep it separate just because it's just and I have a lot of people who follow me, so and people follow as a friend of a friend, and I would hate something to get shared, and I wouldn't even want him to be on there. Joy and Sneaker says, very cold world. You must govern yourself. My rule is to never say anything rude on anyone's page. However, if it look a public forum, my opinion can be a little more harsh. Yeah, I and that's another thing. You bring up a good point, Miss Joy. You gotta be careful what you put out there online, because let's say you do blow up, Chuck. Let's say one of your videos makes it big. Now people can go here and click on your name and do a little search and found out that you said some crazy stuff about gay people and that you hate gay sharks 20 years ago. It could be like, I hate gay sharks. They always acting like fish. And people will sit here and say stuff about you and get you all jacked up, So you have to, let's see, and it depends on how you live, and you can get your people snatched up. There's been people who's been killed off of Facebook, which is wild because, again, to me, it's just not a real place. But for enough for you to be getting mad about this, like this is just it's the equivalent to me of you could say whatever, you just need to walk away. Just walk away. It's just crazy that people do lose their life off of Facebook. People are going hard on Facebook. You cuss out my family. You was talking about my grandma. So now you in prison because someone talked about your grandma. Real tough. Like I hate that. I absolutely hate it. So,
and also, I mean, to add to that, what he might have been talking about too, like, you on there and like say, and I've seen some people like guys might have a girl that's way out of their league, and you're like, how you pull that? And dudes might come at your girl and snatch her up. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe she just ain't been discovered yet. You was the first person that discovered her. You know what I'm saying? And then now all these dudes is you know what I'm saying, trying to get at her. So you ain't strong with that person and they weak-minded. Oh yeah, you could definitely get your girl taken, especially if she's out of your league and she ain't been discovered yet.
Yeah, you can. Miss Joy said you can lose your job because of your social media. You're right. And also people have gotten robbed off of social media. Pop Smoke. You posting your
Right, that's right.
location, yeah.
Post the location, right. Yep. Yep. You got some bread people look. Yep, that's right, man. This is crazy, man. So, like I said, we about out of time here. Do you got any final words? What's your final verdict about
social media?
Yes.
Well,
what's your final word about it?
You know what? We have enough issues in real life when it comes to relationships. I don't want to invite social media into the mix.
Okay. For me, I would say only post your relationship on social media because it can be used for good or bad. If your relationship is super solid, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it for purposes of getting other people jealous. Just do it because you're genuinely happy. And, you know, it is nothing wrong with that. So if you're strong in your relationship and you're not out here doing dirt, then have at it. You know, because ain't nothing going to come back and get you. No negative karma is going to come if you're doing right by your significant other. Okay, so listen, thank y'all for joining in. We'll be back here the same place, same time. Join us for Thursday Night Therapy, Thursday night at the same time right here. And hey, we appreciate y'all joining in, and please give us any topics that you may have that you want us to talk about. We really appreciate your input. So until then, peace.
Peace.